So this is my first mask. Wow, yesterday's mask was my first mask. Now obviously these designer brands have made these face masks, right? But they're not like readily available for the public. They've dished them out elsewhere and not everyone has been able to get their hands on designer face masks. From a materialistic point of view, you may be thinking, yeah, but it's better to buy the authentic one because I only buy authentic stuff. Listen, they're not actually available for you to buy. All of the off-white ones are sold out. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? This is the next best alternative. You can make it with your packaging that you have at home. I've got all the ribbon in the world from Chanel. What am I doing with it? It's just sat there in my wardrobe doing nothing. Dior ribbon. I've got D-squared sunglass like wiper. What am I gonna do with that? Adds a little bit of authenticity because you've added the real thing. I just thought, make a little DIY, change it up a little bit. Everyone's done like these cotton face masks. Now it's my time to make one. Also, this headband thing, I don't know if it works. Now, I've had the face mask made for 2 weeks. It's just been sitting there waiting for me to film the intro. It's because I haven't been ready to do the intro. It's a lot of pressure when you produce something and then you don't know how the world is going to perceive you, how the world is going to take it. Everyone is probably going to think that I'm a copycat or like I'm ripping off like designer brands and stuff. I'm editing the video right now and I'm struggling. I'm honestly struggling. I have got quite a bit of explanation as to what I've come up with and my reasoning behind everything. So please bear with me and do watch it. This video was actually supposed to be quite short and sweet, but I think it's important to acknowledge the reasoning behind things sometimes, and please bear with me. You can go ahead and skip and watch how to make, and I'm probably very late to the party now, but hey ho, you can have my 2 cents. What I really dislike seeing is that brands are capitalising on COVID-19. The fact that people are capitalising on it, even though they're saying, oh yeah, the profits are going to the NHS or whatever, they're still capitalising on it. They're still driving traffic to their website by producing more things to buy. Some of them are just fashion, right? They're just fashion accessories, and I think people are just thinking, I'm gonna wear that because it's gonna protect me and it looks cool at the same time. You're just paying for just a layer of fabric. Can you imagine like all of the disposable gloves, all of the disposable masks that are ending up in landfill? That is just adding up and adding up. It's probably in the ocean somewhere. Someone's probably left their flipping gloves in Durdle Door, for goodness sake. Make it yourself, just make it yourself. And then you can just pop a load of like Dettol and Zaflora on it, soak it in that, and then chuck it in the wash and hand wash it yourself, you know? I know business is business and it's good to have competition and all of that, but then you get the handful of people that are making masks out of their own will and just giving it to people for free. And there's so many points of view to look at, but I'm just saying you can do your own little bit and make them at home as well with the materials that you have at home. P.S. You can see my eyelash glue in the video. I'm still walking around with D-squared, like it's still promotion in itself. Anything with a logo is still promotion for the brand. People are walking around with bags every single day with GG on it or Valentino this, you know what I'm saying? Like people are walking around promoting someone else's brand anyway for free, and you with like your little Chanel ribbon on the side is going to be like, you know what I'm saying? My disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a clothes maker. This is all hand sewn. I've done everything by my hand. I prototyped everything as well, so to make sure it works. I haven't stepped outside though because I'm doing my dissertation. We've got it all on scrap paper. So I originally designed something like this. Don't know if you can see very well, but then I was just like, oh, you do this, you do that. It's very hard when you don't have a pattern to go along. Like with the bikini face mask, I didn't have a pattern to go along, so that's why I ended up putting a layer of fabric on top and just sewing through, because I didn't have a pattern. I couldn't find a pattern online that was for free and readily available for everyone to use as well, because then I'd be paid for it and you guys would just be the free riders. Not even on about, I think I've done uni work for so long, you know, and everything's just like in my brain. It's like just festering in there. Anyway, that's a bit more complicated than this method that I'm about to show you. if you end up making any of these things, please tag me. My name is Caroline Lack. You can find me on Instagram at caroline.lack. Did a bit of like Pinterest inspiration, like research to find like style does D squared have, yeah. So I came up with like the little ring thing, and then obviously from the bikini DIY I had leftover fabric with the little rings. You know when these were in trend, my sister bought them. There were the little rings that you put in your hair when you have plaits to go to festival, and then I was able to attach the rings there, and then this becomes detachable if you want it to be. Obviously you do whatever, you do you make your own mask, but it adds a little bit of authenticity because you've added the real thing, because lots of people are still buying them iron-on like patches to add to their clothes. Like you can get Nike ones on eBay and you can attach it to like this top for say and just be like, oh yeah, this is Nike, when it's not. Honestly, I think it ended up being quite cool. How edgy and cool is that? I think it's so cool, and it's not something that you would find in the marketplace either. If I had my Gucci dust bag, then I would have been able to make a really nice like white mask and have the little Gucci logo like at the front, because I think that would look really neat and cool. With this, right, this box, you can peel off that Dolce & Gabbana and then add it to your face mask. You can put it like on top there. And then I also thought of this method as well, having 2 layers of fabric, adding a filter, sandwiching that together, adding a nose piece as well so that you can fold the mask to fit your nose better. I'll show you what I came up with. I prototyped a lot. I used all the rubbish fabrics in the house first before my mum actually let me commit to using actual cotton. So here we have some pajama fabric. This was one of my first prototypes, right? 2 layers of pajama fabric, might I add. Another layer on top, which allows you to add a filter through. So this has 3 layers of fabric. I was very proud of this little invention. I was very proud. Then we have the cotton ones. My mum was like, just keep trying, keep sewing, your hand will get used to it. And I was like, Mum, listen, I'm gonna end up going to bed and doing this constantly, pretending to backstitch in my sleep. I made a couple, and this is the one that I'm so happy with. Do your research, I'll link it all down below to what fabric is the best. We didn't have any black cotton in the house. I wasn't gonna chop up a pair of trousers. This is just like a demo. You can add googly eyes to it. All my friends know I go crazy for like googly eyes. You know, back in the day when everyone was like sticking roses onto their shoes, their black old school Vans, they had the roses on. I fell for that, but I never actually went through with it, and so I have them still today, and I think it'd be really cute on the side of the mask. I think sewing through the fabric is much better. If you're like wary of chemicals and glue and you're breathing the chemicals, if you're wary of that, just stick with like sewing. I hope you got something out of the video. I know I may have rambled on a little bit, but I'm just trying to put out my perspective of things, and hopefully you guys don't come at me in the comments and be like rude or mean. I hope you enjoyed. Please tag me in anything that you do create. My name is Caroline Lack, caroline.lack on Instagram, and I hope to see you guys there as well. Give me a little follow. It's nice to like build a little community, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. I think the next few videos are going to be about my skincare routine.